What's up guys, Final Syntax here, and I did a review on Endgame's Air Superiority game mode a couple days ago, and I wanted to do the same for Capture the Flag, which is the second new game mode that comes with the Endgame DLC. And I gotta say right off the bat that Capture the Flag is a really awesome game mode. It fits perfectly in Battlefield 3, and so far it's actually been one of my favorite game modes to play in Battlefield 3, and I hope that in the future with Battlefield 4 that we see it returning hopefully just right out the gate. Maybe we don't have to wait till a DLC releases, because I have a ton of fun playing it. Now there are some issues that I'm going to go over in a bit, but just overall this game mode is really cool. And then as far as this DLC, I honestly think this may be the best DLC for Battlefield 3. The only reason why I hesitate to say that is because we don't have new weapons, which is something that we have with something like Back to Karkand, which I just freaking love those maps. I really love the new weapons. And we haven't had new weapons in the past couple DLCs, but as far as the map design and the new game mode, I think this is the winner as far as the game modes and the maps go for downloadable content for Battlefield 3. So DICE has definitely given us a really nice farewell as far as Battlefield 3's extended DLC has gone. Now, I've been playing Capture the Flag in mostly 32-man servers, and I honestly wouldn't play this game mode with anything higher than that. If you're playing at 48-player servers or 64-man servers, I think it gets a little bit too crowded. There's too many people controlling the bases, and it makes it almost impossible to actually capture the flag, which is obviously the main objective in this game mode. And I actually think 24 may even be a better choice for playing player count on this game mode. So if you're playing on the consoles, you're obviously going to be limited to 24, which is awesome, because I think that's kind of like the good medium point, where on PC there's very few servers that are playing 24-man because everybody wants to have the higher player count, even, or I guess other than me. Capture the Flag is also one of those game modes that you don't really play by yourself. I mean, you can obviously play by yourself, but you're not going to have very much fun doing it. There's a lot of teamwork that goes into capturing the enemy's flag and returning it back to your base, and there's a lot of teamwork that goes into defending your own flag. And if you're going to play this game mode properly, I think it's best to play with a group of buddies that have microphones. You guys are doing communications, setting up different attack points, different defend positions, and doing coordinated attacks. Maybe having a guy going in a dirt bike, another guy going with a tank, another guy with a chopper, and having it timed up so that you pick up the guy on the dirt bike from the chopper after he grabs the flag, while the tank's taking out any C4 or mines that are on top of the flag. I mean, there's so many different strategies and teamwork that can go into a game mode like this. That's one of the reasons why I think this game mode is so awesome in Battlefield, is it just really incorporates a lot of teamwork elements and rewards team play, which is obviously a huge portion or component of Battlefield 3. Now, I'm using the Little Bird in this gameplay, at least part of it, and the Little Bird is awesome. It's on a couple of the maps. There's also a Viper on one of the maps. And if you can control a Little Bird, if you can control the air, it's incredibly useful, because this thing can be really good for picking up the enemy's flag and bringing it back. And it's also really good for taking out enemies that have maybe captured your or taken your flag and they're on a dirt bike, because it's really the only thing that can really outrun a dirt bike. If they're just headed right back towards their flag point to capture it, then you're going to need something that can catch up with it and take it out before they capture your flag. So definitely try and get control of the Little Bird. I've had a ton of fun flying these things around on these new maps. There's lots of areas that I think fit well with air flight with the Vipers and the Little Birds. Now, the dirt bikes are a new vehicle in this game, and there is somewhat of an issue with the javelins. If you guys have played it, you probably already know this, but the javelins basically can lock onto the dirt bikes, which is kind of stupid, and I think the best way to fix this is just make it so the javelins can't lock onto those dirt bikes. Either that or give them smoke or something like that. But right now you can get locked on while you're in a dirt bike by the javelin. It doesn't give you any type of beeping or notification that you're being locked on, or that the missile is coming at you and it's about to kill you. So it seems like the vast majority of players will use the javelin instead of using rockets or the stingers or whatever, and they'll just lock onto enemy motorbikes, dirt bikes, because there's a lot of people driving those things around, obviously, since the new a new vehicle. A lot of people want to mess around with them and test them out, so maybe they can fix that. And right now, I guess it's not really like game breaking, but it is kind of annoying that every time you get in a dirt bike, you're probably going to get blown up by a javelin. Now, in my experience, using a silencer is also a really key useful tool in this game mode, especially if you're the player that's trying to move up and take the enemy's flag and bring it back to your base, because it seems like a lot of people will camp at their base, or maybe not even, I don't know if you want to call it camping, but they'll defend their base. They'll set up C4, they'll set up mines, anti-tank mines at their base, and they'll wait for enemy players to come and try and take their flag, and they'll try and kill them before they can get away. And if you have a silencer and you're moving into a defensive area, that allows you to kind of take out some players without giving away your position, which is really key because most of the time you're going to be outnumbered. And if you're maybe with 1 or 2 buddies, make sure they all have silencers on your primary and your secondary. That way you're completely silent. You can move and get a couple kills, grab the flag real quick, get on a motorbike or get on the low bit or something like that, and get out of there as quickly as possible. Now, this is something kind of off topic, not really related to endgame DLC, but in a way related to Battlefield 3. This is a point that Levelcat brought up in one of his more recent videos of switching between toggle ADS and hold ADS. I'll put a link in the description to the video that he referenced this in, or that I'm referencing. And I actually tried it. I've always used hold ADS, where you actually have to hold down your right click if you want to look down your sight, and you release it to let go, zoom out. And I switched over to toggle, and I tried it out for a couple games, and I gotta say, it makes a huge difference. It makes it so much easier to aim, especially if you're sniping or you need high precision. If you're not having that strain or that pressure of you pushing down with your finger, you can move it around, your mouse around a lot more smoothly, a lot more seamlessly, and aim more accurately. So if you are a player that's using hold ADS, I would strongly, at least on the PC, I don't know how it works on consoles, strongly recommend, just like Levelcap did, to switch to toggle ADS. And I mean I switched, and it only took me about 3 or 4 games to get used to it. Right now, I mean, I'm fairly used to it. Actually, I switched over to Crysis 2, where I have hold ADS, and it felt really weird, so I switched it on that game as well. The final thing I want to touch on is the March 26th reveal. I've already done a video that goes over a bunch of the Battlefield 4 rumors, but it's kind of been officially announced that Battlefield 4 is going to be unveiled in some way, shape, or form on March 26th, so make sure to check that out when it's unveiled. But yeah, thanks for watching the video, guys. If you enjoyed it, feel free to give me a like or a favorite, and as always, I'll see you guys in the next video.
What is it that we want?